Welcome back, everybody, to One-and-Done-athon Season 2. We're here on our second and final day and about to start a new run. Fantastic one coming up here. Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Super cool looking game. This is going to be run by Valeria Chan, so please take it away and tell us why you want to do show off this super cool run.
Hi, my name is Valeria Chan. Y'all can call me Valeria or Val for short. The reason I want to be here is, the first reason is actually because I missed the submission for GDQ, and some of my friends, especially Shadotsumi Kusagi, was like, Val, why did you miss the submission? That was a very good chance. So he took basically a second-ish chance, and now I'm here. I'm very glad I got accepted for that one. Thanks for that.
Yeah, we're glad to have you. All right, well, I'll let you do your thing, so go ahead and just give us a countdown or tell us a bit about the game, however you'd like to kick things off.
Yeah, so about the game, I would say it's somewhat of a short game. It's not even an hour long, for me at least. Even though the estimate says 1 hour, that's just for safety purposes, honestly. We speedrun the game on the category New Game Plus Hard. Why New Game Plus? It grants us to perform our main glitch trick right from the beginning, which means we skip because of that way more from right at the beginning. Why the difficulty hard? It's just the best with HP gating. There are also strats for New Game Plus Easy or New Game Plus Revengeance, which are also pretty good with their HP gating. But apparently New Game Plus Hard was just probably the first one, or it's just not so unforgivingly hard as Revengeance. I also speedrun the game since January. I'm currently second place on the leaderboard. We're gonna push for world record soon-ish. So yeah, maybe we will PB in this run, which I doubt, but things can happen, I guess. I think that was everything we would need to know about the infos. So I guess I will just start with the run countdown. Okay. The run starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Starting off in Prologue, Chapter 0, R000, however you want to call it, we don't have any New Game Plus equipment. We start on a basically completely new save file. We have nothing, basically. We don't have any abilities, we don't have any cool weapons, we only have normal bunny hopping movement, which is one of the main movement strats in this game, and a normal sword. That is just because of Prologue. Once we're done with Prologue, we will have lots of cooler stuff we can use for glitches and everything. This guy we have right here is the Metal Gear Ray. We don't like him. This is an RNG heavy boss, which means you can finish Ray either at 2 minutes or you can finish him at like 1.5 minutes. Which is also the reason why I or many other runner resets at this guy so often. Like right now, he's just jumping away constantly. We want him to give us these head bumps, as we can parry them, and that will deal a lot of damage. So yeah, that is not very optimal RNG. So it's really, you can't really tell if you basically have a good Ray or a bad Ray until like his first 5 attacks or anything. So yeah, now we brought Ray to 0.1% HP, which means he's thresholded. He jumped on the another side of the map, and we just did the quick time event. Yes, we will encounter him sadly a second time, but the second time. The difference there is it's not RNG heavy. Yeah, we have the score screen right here. These would take about 10 seconds to disappear. In order to skip them, we just press A and B on our controller, depends on what controller you have, just translate it to Xbox or PlayStation controller. There are also ways to skip that away with keyboard, but we don't play with keyboard. Why would you do that? Yeah, this section is purely just movement. We just space out with some bunny hops and just run after Sundowner, who carries the president from... I forgot in what place this mission takes place. He's capturing some presidents. So yeah, here we have our main protagonist, Ray. Again, on this one we wanna hit him on 80 points and 80 point something percent HP, as we need him on that HP to skip a certain phase. So now he is on 80.7 HP. We wanna block this attack, cut him once, so he lost a lot of damage. Now we will run to the left side, and we can hit him, and he's done with his rocket shooting phase, because that is a very annoying attack he can do. And because we basically hit him after we blocked his attack, we hit basically his 0.7%, which skipped that phase. That's also a very cool skip I just did. It's called Rocket Skip. We saw Ray just jump back. He just jumped back and shooted some rockets. If we ninja run and flick our stick back and forth as fast as possible when he shoots his second rocket salve, we will make 2 massive jump over the entire rockets. That saves about 7 seconds. So yeah, this is the last time we will see Ray, gladly. So yeah, we will just run down, prevent getting hit from laser or rockets, and everything which stands in front of us and Ray now is this last quick time event. So yeah, we just cut him in half, give away the score screen, and we are getting to our last segment, I would say, from Prologue. As for the Prologue boss, I would say it's gonna be Sam. It's a fight we are not supposed to win. We cannot win this fight. So what we try is we try to die as fast as possible. In the first phase, we just want to stand in front of him, let him hit us with a full combo, want to free ourselves from a BMI error and hit him once. So we get this transition screen to basically the second phase. So he hits our eye off. Oh no, he hit at us. That's so bad. So we want to basically sprint into him. If he does a charge, we just want to block that, and he can now basically finish off us. He can basically finish us off. We skip this cutscene, and we will just stand here right in front of him, wait until he charges his attack once, so we can basically cancel that with our attack, which is now. Now he will approach us and just finish us off. That was RO0 Prologue chapter. So yeah, that was the most boring thing in the game, because of things like RNG and what else, not really cool glitches and anything. So yeah, introducing to our main glitch now. For New Game Plus, we have a red body, which grants us plus 5% damage value. We have a wig equipped, which is wig B, which means we can't lose any fuel cell. We can't lose anything on our fuel cell gauge, and we have a pole arm, and because of New Game Plus, also the Ripper mode. We combine the second aerial attack with from our from our pole arm with ripper modes in order to jump high like that. Why does that work? Ripper modes slows down the game, basically, which means it extends animations. And with that one, we are able to jump on very high places and skip very many sections of the game. Like, for those who played the game, you might have been struggling with that part a little bit because that was like the beginning of your playthrough. Well, congrats, we just encountered Blade Wolf, the first actual boss in the game. Yeah. New Game Plus, again, we have all of the weapons fully equipped, fully upgraded, which means Blade Wolf has about 5 seconds of screen time and he just died. So yeah.
When you said the first part was the more boring part, I was like, oh, but the bunny hopping is super cool movement and stuff. And then you get into this and I'm like, okay, I understand why now.
Yes, the bunny hopping is considered a boring-ish movement because what we do now also is first one these polearm jumps and we use, or like, that's like somewhat of an advanced movement technique. I use lightning strike cancels, which is we have some kind of dash. And we cancel that with blade modes. And we repeat that over and over again. And that is lightning strike canceling for us, which looks like this. So yeah, we just ignore all of the enemies. Just run past to that gate. The enemies behind us will instantly disappear as soon as this dialogue starts. The game wants us at this point to walk back, equip our left hand. What we can do instead, we can cut through the gates, go in front of this door, Ripper modes, and Blade mode at the same time, as this one slows down time immense. Yeah. Every game, every fight spawns some red walls, basically. And which prevents us from running away. Why I was able to basically just run past the door was the wall will not appear before the second enemy walked through there. Which is why we just walked basically through the door. Now we are performing the most precise trick in the game, which is also a polearm jump. But gotta save myself real quick. It's also gonna be a polearm jump. We will perform factory skip now. For people who know how FPS works, we play this game on 60 FPS, hard locked. Wrong weapon. And this jump I just did is a jump. You have a time window out of 3 frames on it. And as you saw, I just did it first try. So that's actually what's considered the most precise thing in a game is a thing you actually can do first try, consistently, precisely, all the way you want. So as soon as you get your hang with it, it's actually pretty easy and doable. It used to save only 10 seconds, which I still don't believe. I did not make the retiming for that. But since I decided to make lightning strike cancelling on that part as well, I was thinking of it would save maybe 20 seconds actually, at least. So yeah, encountered Mistral. This fight is just hold triangle to win, or just hold heavy attack to win. We just attacked her basically once with our pincer attack, did that again, and now we are in our last quick time event. The reason I pressed on restart earlier is basically so her positioning is way much far behind than she would normally be if we just wouldn't have reloaded. That would have messed up our entire threat basically. So yeah, that was the Mistral boss fight. And that was also the end boss of RO1, which means we are done with Chapter 1. We can head off to Chapter 2, which actually doesn't have any pole down jumps. Chapter 2 is our obligatory sewer level we will right after this screen get into. Which means every place basically is pretty much sealed off, so we can't perform any pole down jumps. So it's pretty much about...
It's right. I'm in the sewer system.
This section is pretty much about movements and more stealth-ish sections.
I will scout ahead.
Yeah, we wanna switch to our new weapon set, to Psi and EM grenades. We have now the wolf on our side, the one we killed in literally 5 seconds earlier. And here we have a pretty good demonstration of lightning strikes. Never mind. So yeah, we enter this part with Ripper mode activated, as we need this to kill this Mastiff, was it called, I think? The gorilla, the monkey. Yeah, one of the most annoying enemies in the game. But fun fact, we just double attack him with the Psi and he's dead, and we will not see this guy on this part at least anymore. So yeah, now we have one of those stealth-ish sections. We have those 2 Mastiffs there. We just... that's bad. Okay, okay, I reset it because I want to show it off how to do it actually. Never mind. Yeah. Normally we could have just walked past them, which did not work quite as it should have been right now. That's also a section where we would need somewhat of kinda precise spacing. Yes, that didn't work. Now we have raptors. Now we don't have raptors, as we killed them very fast with sky high cancels. Sky high cancels are pretty much the same as lightning strike canceling. Just with the difference that we basically do the same inputs. Just instead of heavy attack, we press light attack, and we use that actually for the last boss. And I do not know why I got detected there. That is unfortunate. Okay, we will try and give it another shot. Yes, like that. We just saw how I just walked past the monkey, and they somehow did not saw me. They... that's bad. Okay, this chapter right now is pretty much a meme. I don't like chapter 2, and completely honest, I don't like chapter 2 and 4. Yes, the people on how enemies work in this game with what they see and what they don't see. If they look, they basically have a tunnel vision, which means some enemies just can't look. They basically don't have any, they can't see you running on the right side when they look to the left side. Or like they wouldn't even notice you at all, no matter how close you are to them. This was just a slice them up section, I just called it like that. And now we enter the actual best part of the game. The gecko section. Yeah, that sadly takes only about, I don't know, not even 10 seconds. As we just jump up on the container, on some other thing, on the railing. Now we clap a little bit for all of you, because y'all are PogChamp, I've heard. And we access the USB thing. Oh yeah, after that we have a dialogue with Dr. As soon as we fade out into the cutscene or black screen, we will enter a Ripper mode, as we will keep this after a cutscene. Okay, now we just run through this entire room, hallway, to slice everyone up once again. Apparently that's a thing you do in that game. Let me get on these stairs. Okay, switch to our pincer blades, as we need those for the other boss, which we will encounter right past this door. So yes, this is Grad. Grad is he's like, I don't know, I don't like calling him a boss, but he is a boss because he has a boss bar. Yes, we just encounter him, we want to attack him 4 times to push him back and make a pincer aerial attack. And with an activated Ripper Mold. What he will do now, he will just dash into us. But what we will do with him, we will just give him our pincer combo, and he literally died. I kind of messed it up right now. But it's fine. What would have been worse there to happen is that he would basically attack me, and he would have just basically dashed back again, because that's a thing that can happen. If you are either too slow with your pincer attack or too fast, both of that can happen. Okay, we will now switch to a polearm, as we need that right for chapter 3, right at the beginning, to escape some police officers approaching police skip. But yeah, this was chapter 2. And now we are encountering a somewhat longer chapter, which is chapter 3. Yeah, I just said we're gonna perform police skip now. We will just run away from them. So there, we just go on top of the invisible wall there, of the fighting wall basically. And if you saw that right now, I was able to perform a second jump out of the air to make a second pole run jump to gain that much height. Yes, about that. The game's geometry on some places works like there are some kind of very thin ledges. You can jump off of these ledges a second time to basically refresh your jumps and perform the same action again. And here we will just do some anime attacks as soon as those geckos drop down. Okay, the score screen takes really long right now. I don't like that. Let's do some risky strats right now. Yes, that's a thing. Remember the thing what I said earlier with they have a tunnel vision and they just don't see you at some points? That was a good demonstration. We just bunny hopped right in front of him and he did not saw us, even though we were still left beside him and many other people, and we just accessed the elevator without them noticing, which saves only 7 seconds, so it's actually not worth going for at all. So yeah, here we will just jump down. To another rooftop, going to another rooftop. Once we jump down here again, we will equip our pole arm to jump to another rooftop. On that rooftop, this one has another rooftop, we will jump to the another rooftop. What we will do on this rooftop is, believe it or not, we will not jump to another rooftop. We will slide down here into the back rooms. So this is the railroad section. For those who played the game, this part is annoying. You might remember this part. For those who haven't played the game, that's a section, it's completely dark. You can't see anything. You have an augment mode to see that it's some kind of thermal vision. But since we are on top of that, we don't need that. Or since we don't have anything in our way at all. So yes, we are done with that part. That also only takes about, I would say 10 seconds. Nah, not 10 seconds. But it doesn't take as long as it would take to make it normally, basically. So yeah, we had to reload there because of we wouldn't have been able to go back inbounds to get back inbounds without reloading. There are also enemies, but we don't want to encounter them, so we just dash past them. And here we have some Psy action coming up now. Avoiding getting hit by this RPG guy. And here is the last guy. Okay. Again, upcoming skip. We go on top of this building and just plunge down here. Why do I do that? Normally we would have Sam here talking to us. The game would force me to walk slow. Which is why there is subtitle right now, but no one is talking and there's nothing. On this hologram right here would be Sam. Like Sam would just be standing here and tell us some things we actually don't care about. Oh god. But we just don't... We just don't care about that, which is why we jumped over that trigger. That was just fountain fight. That was totally not awful. That was actually how you would do it in a fast run. Totally, I did not mess it up at all. Yes. Apparently, the main character now, right? And just thought about... Hey, maybe it's right what Sam said. So I decide to walk slow and be a boring part for the runner. So in this place, there's nothing happening right here, actually. So if there is anything you want to know about the game, or eventually want to know about me, just let me ask in chat. I read chat all along right now as I play and explain some things. Yeah, so this is just a slow walk section. We just need to take care of taking good beelines and not messing up anything right now. There is a small thing upcoming where we will hope for a rocket boost. We will get... Our intention is we want to get detected. Our intention is we want to get detected, so the guy on these sides detect us as well. And with a small chance, he will shoot a rocket in our back and he will boost us right to the section right there in front of us. And I hope he will do that, but I don't think so. So yes, this is also just an auto-scroll section. We will basically look at right from down below, so the enemy doesn't hit us. If we get hit below 50%, the game will give us a big slowdown, which we don't want, as this slows down dialogue as well. How long is this game in normal casual playthrough? It's about 7 to 9 hours long, with like cutscenes and all of that. Hi Yuna. How do you go about learning all these glitches? I just watched a guide basically. I just watched the guide. It's somewhat outdated, but it's still doable to get a 55 with that, or even a sub 55, I would say. Okay, this cutscene, we cannot skip it, which is why I will wipe my forehead off right now. It's really hot in here. We cannot skip this cutscene on PC. We can skip it on console. So the upcoming boss, Monsoon, this guy, which is, I don't know. He has a lot of thresholds. Thresholds we want to avoid. Thresholds such as he's jumping up and not being able. We can't hit him for 30 seconds because he decides to throw helicopters and cars at us. It's just an annoying boss, kind of somewhat an auto-scroller, and we can avoid some of these thresholds. Speaking of his 40% thresholds, which we want to avoid. So yes, there are multiple strats for Monsoon. The one I'm doing now, we want to hit him. We want to hit him down to 63.3%, then don't hit him at all anymore. Now is the one thing I just said. He will jump up because he just wants to, and will throw some things at us, such as helicopters or car. Yes, this time cannot be avoided, so we actually have to watch this guy throwing things at us. And once he's coming down, like now, we will throw an EM grenade at him. Want to cut his head off. I want to stand in front of him for a little bit and wait a little bit. Hit him with a full pincer combo, so he falls over again. Make a double slide inside of him. With that, we successfully avoided his 40% threshold. We avoided his 40%. No. We successfully avoided his 40% by making a double slide into him. So he was on 39.7%. Unfortunately, I should have attacked him with a charged attack. I was a little bit too impatient. Which means it wasn't a charged attack. And he was able to jump up again. Now he's on 10%, where we want him to have. Oh god, he doesn't like us. Yeah, so at 10% he is supposed to jump up and do his last attack, basically, which is a quick time event. Oh god. So yeah, just imagine he wouldn't have jumped up a second time. Just imagine he would have jumped up instantly on this World Marshal thing right in front of us, and he would have thrown this wheel.
I should have warned you that bosses are being jerks during this marathon. So
this boss, the thing with that boss is it's not RNG, like not at all. The thing with that boss is it has precise, tight timing, which is why that is considered as the hardest boss to learn and to master, I would say, as you don't have really time to progress what you have to do now, what he might do, and if he does something, how you play that out. So that's the thing with that boss. So yeah, in-game time 3 minutes 16. If this would have been flawless, we would have get a 2 minutes 16 on this boss fight. But yeah, this was chapter 3. Now we are upcoming to the worst chapter in the entire game, which is chapter 4. It's the longest chapter, and it actually feels like one big auto-scroller, which I don't like. But like, who likes auto-scrollers? Yes, we are in the World Marshal building. We wanna switch to RP grenades and the pole arm. This time we don't need a pole arm for a pole arm jump, actually. Not right now, at least. That's actually something we would need for fighting right now. We will just line up here, wait until these guys stand up, and we can knock all of them out with a good polearm combo. The same we do here, and we just do a double slide into this wolf right now. So yeah, that was this part.
Sundowner contacted you from the top floor. Time to make your way up there.
Okay.
Elevators appear to be disabled.
Because we didn't wait it long enough
As expected, I suppose.
for our... Like the last few moments we spent in RO3
Ooh, splendid idea. By all
was
means, yes.
basically just slow walking,
The guards are slowly
waiting for the dialogue to be over. The monsoon dialogue we cannot skip on PC. The monsoon boss fight, which is also kind of somewhat of an auto-scroller, as people just jump up and we can't do anything about it. So what the game will give us now, it will give us another auto-scroller, because why the hell not? We just stay here for a minute, we will do nothing. We have some two nerds coming up here, and maybe they will entertain us, but I don't think they will do, because they have weapons, so I think they actually want to do harm to us. Which is why I want to avoid getting hit by them, because if we get hit, it will give us a slow... It will give us a hit lag, which costs about 0.2 seconds, but if you get hit multiple times, that will sum up. The same, by the way, goes for if we would hit them as well, as they carry shields, and if you hit on shields, it will give you a hit lag as well. So we will just play with them. They are unable to hit us because, I don't know, they didn't went to hitting school or something. Doctor just started this dialogue, which means he will open this dial. No, you did the thing. That's mean. Yeah, we just went into this elevator. Skip through the dialogue and going into the office section, hoping we will not get detected as soon as we go past on this hallway. Thanks for nothing, game, once again. We can avoid getting hit by the rockets, what we just did perfectly. So yeah, that's basically just a backup strat right now. Oh my god. Okay, we will just take care of this raptor right now. We can just sky high him, get to the last panel, and we have a last enemy being spawned there. We can prevent fighting him by throwing an RP grenade in there, so we will basically smoke him out there. We can just walk behind him, he won't notice us as he is confused because of the smoke. So we can just access the panel. And with that, we skip killing him, letting him despawn, and letting the score screen appear and disappear, which saves about 10 seconds or 7 seconds, 10 to 10 seconds, which is also not really worth going for, but it's just some optimization things, I would say. So yeah, this part is also purely just movement. We can't do lightning strike cancels on here. Because lightning strike, the attack itself, also only works with... no wait, I say it another way. It doesn't work if you have the pole arm equipped. It works with every other weapon equipped, but not with the pole arm. So we just bunny hop on this one, which you perform, by the way, by ninja running, jumping, and letting go of jump and ninja run right before you collapse on the ground, basically. So yeah, we will just take care of taking the beelines here. And just running up every debris, and look at this, we have grad here. Now there's no grad anymore. Oh yes, this is the last section on the wall run. This is actually the reason why we call this wall run section. We will jump off of this flyer and we will actually run on the wall. In my live split, this section is actually called Goat, because Raiden apparently is able to jump off of a normal wall. He's just able to jump off of it and land on it again, so it makes sense that this is a goat apparently. So yeah, after that we have a call with Doctor again. We will just, what else? Skip through the dialogue and reload, as it will put us further in front of this hallway, so it's basically just a save scum. Here we wanna just take care of all of these enemies in the garden. Avoid the rockets, which is very tricky sometimes. Yeah, we have some nerds sitting there at the end. We wanna slide into him, go into Blade Mode and cut only his feet off. But Bell, it's bad if you cut only his feet off, he will not despawn. Or like, he will not despawn that fast, which is actually the reason why we cut his feet off. As you just see, or as you just saw, we just walked past through this entire place on the garden. Reason for that? Because he did not despawn. He did not, wait. The reason he did not despawn that fast was because he was we kept him still alive by cutting only his feet off. Wait, I need to think about my words right now. Speaking as hard right now, damn. We were cutting only his feet off, which means he survived longer. If he would have died instantly, the enemies in the next area would have spawned instantly. Which we don't want, because that was the part where we just walked through there. Yes, in the time I just tried to explain how we tried to not kill this guy that fast, we went into the freight elevator section right now. Which is also somewhat of a big auto-scroller, I guess. You can speed it up by making good kills, basically. But it actually also feels like just an auto-scroller. So yeah, making a Beyblade attack to kill these robo-doggos. We will have a raptor coming down here. He's trolling us. Yeah. These are one of the last parts of this elevator. These two guys, they just shoot it, but we don't care as we just go on the other elevator with a polearm jump. So here we want to have a charged enemy attack with a lineup. This lineup is we want our foot to be on this yellow line, which I just did. And once every enemy is spawned and loaded in basically, we want to release and every enemy will die with this one attack. So we will stand in this corner. We have some monkey coming down here. Both of them instantly died as we released the pincer attack perfectly when they jumped at us.
That was super clean. That was awesome.
Honestly, the section with the rapid drop down wasn't clean actually. As if you sky high them, they will despawn instantly. But if you don't do that, you will basically drop a second enemy. What? So yes, we are encountering AI rematch. We have Mistral here. We will just attack her with our pincers. And now we will go for killing Monsoon flawless this time. And I hope it will actually work. It will actually work now because I just announced it like that. So yes, we will just hit him there. He will run into this EM grenade. We will cut his head off. Get into our stance. Activating the Ripper mode. Wait for him to attack us. Block his attacks. Knock him over and kill him. That was flawless AI Monsoon. This strat I just did, it's a risky strat. Compared to the other strats, it saves 4 seconds only, which means if you mess that up, you lose automatically about 40 seconds. If you would get a second try, we just assume.
Just look how you turned out.
So yeah, that I rematch was actually pretty clean. Encountering now Sundowner. An annoying boss. Because this boss is basically, he has some explosive shields where we could not get through. So the thing is, when we charge our pincer attack, or like when we charge our pincer blades, we are not able to stagger. Explosion damage means you will get staggered, basically. But because we have our charged pincer weapons, we will not get staggered, which means we will literally just go through, we will just hit through his shield. Also performing now Z-dodge. I'm able to, as you just saw, I was able to make a dodge backwards during this transition screen. We just press the dodge button on our keyboard, as this one works somewhat weird on some obscure places. So yeah, while I was explaining what Z-dodge is, Sundowner just died, basically. We have now a quick flying up section again, because he will kick us down now from the building. Then we have some last quick time events, blah blah blah. You know how it is with these bosses. They think they're just something special, but we actually finish them off in the same way. Yeah, Sundowner is actually the easiest boss in the game. It's not like we would have a 12-hour stream and we would take 3 hours to them. Shoutouts to Yabuna69. Yeah, now we will just have this section I just talked about. We will just stand, or like stay into this corner and just shoot, as we won't get hit by, so we don't get hit by any falling debris parts, as these will slow us down too. So yeah, we have to cut this rooftop actually only once. And fun fact about the bosses in this game, or like kind of somewhat of the mechanic of this game. Every time we finish off a boss, the game tells us, hey, you can come to blade mode and, you know, cut this boss, because he literally ruined your life. Which means the game actually thinks we will do that. For speedruns, we just tap blade mode and leave it instantly, which means we didn't actually cut him. Which is why Sundowner right here is almost complete with his body. And because he is that, we will just kick him off of the building, because why the hell not? He is casually one of the worst bosses in the game. If not, actually the worst boss. So yes, that was chapter 4, the longest chapter in the game. Moving on to chapter 5. A very short chapter, and also a chapter where we have to take advantage of our stealth-ish things, I would say. We just perform a dodge right before Boris starts talking. We will have 2 nerds coming up here, and we just slice them, hopefully without flaw. What we just did. That is kind of somewhat of an RNG part, actually. So yes, we get rid of all of them. We will hold our grenade here as we skip away the skull screen. Because if we would jump, basically, while skipping away that skull screen, it will mess us up. They will detect us and we will have to fight them, which is why we don't want to jump there. Coming back to Fountain Fight. Now it's not that precise thing we had back in chapter 3. We just make a circle here and slice them off. So yeah, chapter 5 is basically just backtracking for chapter 3. Okay. For that score screen, we actually have to wait a little bit, because if we would do that instantly, if we would skip away that one instantly, it would actually stay as long there as it would have, as we just wouldn't skip it away, so about like 10 seconds. Okay, here we took advantage of our stealth basically. We will smoke these enemies out so we can just dash through there, run through there. We made the dash after that. There we have also enemies, we can just avoid them. Okay, here we have the last monkey in the game. Light out, and this one was chapter 5. Yeah. What is the number after 5? It is 6. Chapter 6 is the shortest chapter in the game, as it's only one boss fight. It's Sam. We will take our revenge now. What happened to us in prologue. So yeah, Sam has 2 strats, how you kill him, depending on how he is taunting you. He has one taunt where he basically just tells you this gesture with one hand, hey, come here, fight me. Or he has the other taunt part, which basically is just a T-pose. Yeah, depending on that, your strat slightly changes. And we can break his guard by doing slides or dodges into him. Because if we wouldn't do that, he would gain some kind of resistance. This resistance isn't good for us, as this would mess us up with our... it would mess up our HP gating basically with him. In that time I explained that he's already dead. Yeah, so bye Sam, I guess. It was fun knowing you. Yeah, being in chapter 7 now. We will fight 2 bosses here. The Metal Gear... the Metal Gear Excelsis and Armstrong. Yeah, we will just jump over some invisible wall. And because we did not fight the enemies at the beginning of the entrance, and we didn't get the dialogue, nothing in this area is loaded except the grounds. And this conveniently placed trigger for this boss here, which is why we can just walk past everything, literally everything, and go right into this boss I'm right now at. Yeah, we wanna hit this guy with a full pincer combo, do some uncharged ones, switch into blade mode to cut off his leg, run up to this one, and that was phase 1 now. Okay, so now he will fall down. We can deal him a lot of damage now with our cool pincer weapons. We will actually wait here with our pincer attack to attack his leg. We want to wait for these cow units right here, and then we want to attack him. Because if we would have attacked him before these cow units, he would have had this weird resistance again. And that's not good. Oh no, I just got hit. And my HP bar is making beep, 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 beep. That is not good. That means I am low. Yeah, fun fact. We actually want to be this low. We want to be low on HP like that in order to skip an upcoming Armstrong phase. So yeah, now he's done with his laser things. We will attack his leg. And that was basically Excelsior. Now, of course, why wouldn't we have to do that? Quick time events, right? Apparently the game likes them so much that we would have to do them every 5 minutes. Now we just do this last quick time event to finish off Excelsis before we start into Armstrong. Also, if you remember how we killed the Raptors on RO2 with the sky high cancels I was talking about, that is the way how we will kill Armstrong. We will sky high cancel him until he is dead. So yes, now we will basically finish off the second last boss. And that was Excelsis. So yes, now we have Armstrong. For the first Armstrong phase, we want to threshold him. Like here, we just threshold him. So we get into this cutscene. Now he stole our sword basically, or he broke it. Yes, this is the part we can skip by dying basically. We also have the light bug right now, which is a thing in that game. I don't know why that's a thing, but it's a thing. Yes, so we got hit by Armstrong right now. So now we will do the last quick time event. No, not the last quick time event. What am I talking about? After this, we have the last fighting section, which was the sky high cancel section I was talking about. So yeah, to be fair for the memes, this is the strongest Monsoon enjoyer versus weakest Monsoon hater. I don't know, I'm bad at memes. So yeah, this is... Now we will kill Armstrong. This is how you kill Armstrong. Repeat this attack over and over again. Until he is dead. So we can dash into him while he's running away. And that is his last attack. So I say we are close to time. We have now the very last quick time event. So yeah, if you kill him fast, basically, like the lyrics will start exactly at that point where we have to do this quick time event, which is so satisfying. So yes, warning again for close to time, it won't be any long anymore. And time.
GG.
GG's.
That one looks super sick.
I did mess up some things, but I guess you can't have anything perfect.
You gotta keep that quiet. No, none of us know. It's fine. It's fine.
Right.
We don't know if you don't tell us.
Actually, world record. No. What was my time? I don't have my timer open.
I can't quite see the time from my end either, unfortunately.
Oh.
I'll see if I can figure that out for you. 1 second.
Looking down on the cars on the highway.
55:42 is the time, actually.
Oh, my goal actually was going below 55. That's unfortunate. We just say it's Monsoon's fault, and it actually is, honestly. But yeah, despite the fact that Monsoon didn't go well, it was a good run, honestly.
Yeah, I thought it was fantastic. It was super fun to watch the whole way through,
So,
and
yeah.
I knew nothing about this game, so...
So yeah, for those who doesn't know this game, the current world record is a 51:12. My PB is a 52 minutes flat time, so I am second place. I'm going for world record soon-ish. And I'm gonna get it. This is a promise to myself and to everyone else who wants to maybe support me by following me on Twitch, Valeria_Chan. I do run Metal Gear Rising, Nier Automata, and some other games. Yeah. Can I shout out some people?
Absolutely, go for it.
Okay. Shoutouts to Yuvina69, Tuna Alert, Mental Queen, Mikusagi, Ufu, Bobo, Marty, House Test, and Akira. I saw you on chat all the time, and I knew you're watching, so take that shoutout. I think I have nothing to say anymore besides the fact that if you want to learn the game Metal Gear Rising Revengeance New Game Plus or any other category, join the MGSR Discord server or the MGRR Go Fast Discord server. We are glad to help with anything. Yes, and shoutouts to Terraria. I forgot that one. I am sorry. But yes, that was everything from me.
All right, great. Well, everybody please go follow Valeria Chan. That was a fantastic run. Thank you very much. And as is tradition here with One-and-Done-athon Season 2, we got to say goodbye forever, Valeria Chan. We got to get rid of
I just
you.
got Phantom snapped. I can't believe this.
Yeah, you got to go away. I'm sorry. Thank you so much, though. That run was super cool. We are going to take a short little break now and get ready for our next run, which is going to be Candy Box 2 by Frozen Flygon. This is a pretty fun one, also short and sweet, just like the Bionica run earlier, so please be sure to stick around for that, even if you're completely unfamiliar with the game, as I'm guessing about 99% of you are. We'll go to a break for a moment, and we'll be back in a few.